Hello, SAG-AFTRA artists. I want to acknowledge this has been a hard week for all of us. The world has felt very cruel lately. There's racial unrest, financial unrest, health unrest, and it's very easy to feel overwhelmed and unsure of where to go and how to move forward. As president of the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, I want to assure you that we are committed to making sure this organization remains a vital place where you, our artists, black, brown, beige, white, and everyone in between, can always feel welcomed, amplified, and supported. Whether this is reflected in our programming, boosting diverse and underrepresented voices with our conversations, various panels and classes, or through our emergency assistance, helping you to buy groceries, pay rent, or helping with basic needs when times get tough, I give you my pledge that we will show up every day to the best of our abilities for each and every one of you. On Friday, we received some positive news from Governor Gavin Newsom that California productions may restart later this week, subject to approval, having met several safety guidelines. Now, while this may not be an immediate solution to your situations, it does offer some hope that jobs will be coming back in due course. As we prepare for that bit of positivity, here's where we are with our relief fund. In the last 12 weeks since the pandemic began, we've distributed $4.9 million in emergency aid with a few hundred applications still in process. This is an encouraging response to a bleak situation, and we're going to continue to get you aid as quickly as we can. Applications are currently taking approximately 1 week to process, so please remember to check the site for any new updates and hang in there. It's going to get better. During this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, as many of you know, finances are on everyone's minds and are both a paramount priority and a very real concern. Last week, I was asked to participate in a panel hosted by the African American Film Critics Association and SAG-Indy on financial fluency for entertainment professionals. There, I was joined by several industry leaders and financial titans who spoke about the challenges artists, especially those of color, are facing right now and discussed some of the options that are available. The question that was on all of our minds was, how can artists maintain stability and position themselves for future financial success? I think some great advice and strategies came from this dialogue, much of it applicable to all, so I'd encourage anyone who is looking for financial guidance to give it a watch. Here's a clip. How are the financial institutions are going to plan on servicing our community during the storm? Is there a potential during this pandemic for artists to renegotiate their interest rates on their loans and credit cards? What's the most effective way for artists to clear their debt? Those kinds of fundamental questions. Whether it be the fight for racial justice that is happening in Minneapolis and communities all across the country, the effects of the pandemic we've watched take hold of our hospitals and neighborhoods, or the distress many of us are facing in our homes as we combat financial instability and compromised health, there's a lot of fear and pain in our world right now. And while things may seem overwhelming and enormous, remember, we are not powerless to enact positive, systemic change. Our country was founded, sustained itself, and endured on the power of people coming together for common causes. The American Revolution, the Civil War, slavery, and Lincoln's assassination, the Native American genocide, lynching, World War I, the Depression, Pearl Harbor, and World War II, the Civil Rights Movement, the 60s assassinations, the Vietnam War, Watergate, and on and on. That common bond allows us to ride through the storms of life that happen. We are in a storm now, but we've been in storms before, and we will see better days ahead. But this thing called democracy only works if we are engaged in the struggle together. That means taking care of each other, looking out for the most vulnerable, and showing up where and when it counts. So if you're able to lend a hand to somebody who needs it, do it. And if you need help, ask for it. There's no shame in it, because that's what families and communities do. They They rise to the occasion. They meet the moment. They make sure everyone is healthy, safe, living each day with dignity, and that no one is left behind. As artists and as humans in this world that we all share, remember your words and your actions can be very impactful. How you collaborate in solidarity with each other is very crucial. We each have the tools to make a difference, to love, to help, to heal. So if you're in a position to do so with good health and conscience, ask yourself how you can best be of service to others, and then stand and deliver. Until next week, stay safe, stay connected, stay vigilant. And if you're feeling sick and symptomatic, stay home. Grace and peace.